Hello, this is DerTebbers, and this is your Farming Simulator 2013 mod spotlight here in beautiful Long Castle. We are still working our way through the giant mod contest mods, and today we have transporting equipment. Transport trailer, well, grain trailers, grain things. Let's call them grain things. Well, they have some other things. First, we're going to start in MISC. There's a chassis for $20,000. Take $1. It's just that, $15 a day. This is literally the chassis, so we'll buy that. All the pieces are here, so there's a swap body for seeds, so you can take your seeds out on that. So that's pretty good. $6,600. There's a fertilizer tank, so you can take your fertilizer out. There's a fuel tank, which is always nice. There's a liquid manure tank, so you can take out your liquid manure. There's an empty body, which conceivably can be used to, well, empty things. So that's really that. There is, down at towards the bottom somewhere, there it is. There's a trunk, 700 liters of capacity. It just hooks into the 3-point hitch. As I say here, it can be used for feeding sheep and cows. I think that's probably a really good use for it, actually. Some of the sheep and cow places in some of these farms are really hard to get into, so this hooks into your 3-point, so front or back. $5,000 for that. All right, let's jump over to tippers. There we go. So in tippers, there's several tippers. There is a Flagel TDK 200, a 2-axle, 3-side tilting, 20 tons capacity. Takes the huge, doesn't take any specials, so you just have to be aware of that. $23,000, looks good. There is a Fortuna FTM 200 6.0. It is a 33,000 liter capacity, $85 a day. Again, the huge here. That's fine, really. You can just edit the XML to add in the other stuff. 38,950 for this trailer. That looks okay. I'm trying to remember how many trailers. I forgot. Here's a Schweetmaker SIWA or Siwa 780. Doesn't actually tell us what the payload is or anything about it. This harvesting both grass and maize. Reinforced side panels and solid cage construction tailboard. Yada yada yada. Slanted front panel facilitates optimal loading by starting maize cutting parcels and driving behind the chopper. Okay, well, $10,000 for that. Whatever. We'll deal with that in a bit, and I think that's all we got there. Hi, you came from space. Why did you come from space? I don't like space trailers. Ugh. Alright, I brought the class over here for reasons. Here's the trunk. It literally looks like a trunk. And there's the little outflow right there. And it's something you could hook up to maybe your cheap and cheerful little tractor that you use for feeding your animals. Here's all the pieces that go with this chassis over here. So we're going to be playing around with that. Nice solid line chassis here. Solid line bodywork here. Good. That would all be the same there. All right, so this is the space trailer. Space. Well, I think that's because it's tipped forward, actually. So this is the one that's supposed to have the little catchy thing there, so we can shoot our hay or chaff or whatever we are going to shoot into it. That's good, I guess. It is a bit high, so something like a kid is not going to make it in there. You're going to have to use the in-game stuff. And here's our Fortuna. Yeah, we got a nice little ladder. I like that. That's a little bit of detail that you don't think about, but really nice. And we can't really clip through that at all either. All right, cool. Okay. All right, let's start with getting the Schleutmaker thingy out of the way. Because it has parked itself, of course, right in the way when it fell from space. Right. Come on, back up. Alright, we're hooked up. So we have... There's some commands here. I just have to remember which ones are for the tractor and which ones are for the trailer. Ha ha ha. So key N is undock or dock bulkheads. Ah. Okay. Presumably that adds a little bit of capacity. V is something. V. Lift dash senken. Or Heben. What is that doing? It's doing anything? I'm not seeing it really doing anything. Mouse button for additional controls. Ah, look at that. I can lower the trailer down. Okay, can I? No. Ugh. Ah, look at that. Nope. 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 Okay, so I've got that piece there, which raises for whatever reason it raises. My mouse to close that. And then we can raise and lower the trailer's position on the hitch, which is good for hooking into tractors with a low hitch versus a high hitch. Alright. Well, there's nothing terribly wrong with that as it stands right now. I'm just going to kind of get it out of the way though right now. Bouncy, bouncy. Stop. Unhitch. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so now let's grab this chassis over here. Okay. Because this is a really cool concept. Sort of goes along with the lift distance to swap trailer. Okay, V is lift chassis V. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, because that would go up and then lock into... Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. This is kind of reminiscent of the... oh, my goodness. It's... Oh, this is going to be impossible. You guys already know I'm terrible at backing. Even going straight with something like this is a disaster. Okay, now if I go... See, it immediately starts to do that, so I need to turn this way with it. Because I needed to go underneath that area. Yeah, I knackered that up, didn't I? Wow. Okay, so this is going to be a struggle. If you can't back a articulated trailer, I mean, how... Attach when lift, no more RPM when lifting. V attach when lift chassis allowed. Attach only when full height allowed. Okay, so that's not really... Like, totally take that bar, weld it right there, so that the whole bloody thing just... Ugh. I hate these kind of trailers. Let's do this. And I've hit that, haven't I? I have, and that's why my trailer is folded up. Oh my goodness. So this is like the advanced trailer for the people who have advanced backing skills. I don't have advanced backing skills. In fact, this sucks. I don't say that the mod sucks. Just this trailer style. Really. I mean, I know it's used. I know it has its uses. But oh my gosh. I mean, that... Okay, good. I can sort of phase through that. Come on. Haha. All right, let's lift the chassis. Ah, we made it. We made it. Ah, that's nice. Okay, so we have more buttons now. We can lower the chassis, we can open a flap, and we can swap trailer detach. So let's start with flap. Oh, look at that. So you can get to all of your seeds. That's excellent. Close all that up. All right, left control, Y. Oh, yes. And then we can lower our chassis. Nice, nice. Okay, well there we go. I'm not unhooking it and putting something else on there. Holy mother, that would be a pain in the butt. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset all of these guys. Well, not all of these guys. I'm not going to reset this cornucopia of craziness right here. If you can handle the articulated joint trailers and backing, then I think this probably has some serious benefit for you. I can't. So I'll stick with the hook lift pack. Or running around like a chicken with my head cut off, doing it by hand. I like the concept. I think it's a great concept. They've done a really good job. The RPM increase when you do the lifting, I mean, just overall, it's just a nice looking set. It's for people with advanced backing skills, and I don't have advanced backing skills. Alrighty, so yeah, we already knew that though. I'm going to reset those two trailers, the trunk, and that thing. I hope we can handle more than just chaff and grass, but we'll find out. And then we'll be right back. So hold on a second while I reset everybody. Okay, so the Schlutemaker thing here. One, when I reset it, it left its chocks back at the shop. Then I come over here and it looks like this, and that makes me think that if I go here, choose, let's see, don't show that or that. Let's see if I can get him. Uh-huh. So that trailer has a serious resetting and spawning issue. Could be the map again, because we are using a modded map, but nothing else has had that issue, so I'm thinking it's not the map. Just be aware of that. Alright, let's get in here. So what we're going to do is... I honestly have no idea which one of these is barley and which one is wheat or anything like that. So we're just going to kind of faff about. I would do canola because I've at least figured out canola, but all the canola is currently being held down by a Lego tractor. Gerst. Do you think Gerst is something I can do? Ooh, change bodywork. 6. Oh, look at that. And then I can open and close the roof with 9. And now that's neat. Alright, let's see if Gerst is anything. I don't know. Yes, it is. It is barley. How about that? Alright, so there we go. We got 20,000 liters of barley. We can close our little roof. Look at that. That is neat. Nice looking for a small farm. It has a hitch on the back, so theoretically you could daisy chain these all together. Get yourself a nice little road train going. Yes, that's what I need. Another road train on this map. Now wait a minute. I can't change the bodywork. So 20,000 liters. Let's empty this out and see what happens if I change the bodywork and then attempt to load it. So nice side dump going on. Looks good. Now this one is a 3-way dump, I believe. So it can go left, right, or back depending on what you want or what the thing can accept. Come on, empty out. Thank you. Alright. Now let's change the bodywork. Now remember, it was 20,000 liters when we had that other bodywork on here. So let's see what happens when we try it. This bodywork. 18,000 liters. Okay, there you go. Add the bodywork, get 2,000 liters. Important consumer advice right there. Yeah, so that's cool. And this is the, oh, good grief. This one is the Fliegel. And it looks not, I mean, again, small farm, perfect. It's 20,000 liters, 18,000 liters. I like the fact that it has a little roof on it. That is cool to me. Let's see if I can get it to dump backwards. No, you're still going to dump sideways. Can I pull you forward even more and get you to dump backwards? No, now you're going to want to dump that way. Why are you such a pain? There. So it can dump all three directions. Nice. Alright, so it looks really good. Works well. I like the fact that you can add that extra bodywork, get an extra 2,000 liters. I like that. I like that you can put a roof on it. It's a lot like, see the green trailer over there by the Peterbilt? I like the fact you can put a roof on that, or a cover on that. Which makes sense. Why would I not cover my goods if I'm potentially it's going to rain or something like that? So yeah, this is a good trailer. I like this one. Wait for them to come down. There. Nice. I like that one. Again, definitely small farm oriented, but you know, I like that small farm stuff because a lot of times we get a lot of mods that are designed for big giant farms, and sometimes some people like the small farms. All right, which we're gonna do this one. All right, so you know, it can be really important. This is gonna look derp behind here, but oh yeah, that's derp. Okay, rain plane, open, closed, key 5, 5. 5? Look at that. Look. Can you see that? Let me see if I can get in really close. Look, right there. See that little thing that's on the green? Watch it and I hit 5. Look at that. That takes some serious attention to detail right there. To think about it and go, you know what this really needs? It needs a little winding thing. That is awesome. All right, let's pick up, what did they say? 700 liters? Ridiculously small amount? Yeah. There we go. 700 liters. There's a whole 700 liters in there. Wow. But again, if you have the, where you have to feed your animals, like say the Red Hill Farm, where you have to feed your chickens, and that area to get into the chickens is kind of difficult, well, put this on the front or back of a tractor, and there you go. All right, so let's empty it out. Oh, look at the little handle. That's cool. Now, I wonder, can I get out and actually operate that? No, I cannot. That would have been like massive, massive bonus points right there. 5. All right. So that is actually really, again, small farm oriented, feeding animals oriented. Definitely if you're feeding a lot of chickens, it would come in handy. Because again, you could stick it on the back of some small, cheap and cheerful tractor, and it's just there to feed your chickens. All right, now let's see if we can untangle these two. Shouldn't be hard. I should be able to just hook up to the Fortuna and pull it out, and the other one falls down properly. Be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, go. Yeah, you're going to fall that way, aren't you? You jerk. All right, so this one doesn't appear to have anything special. So let's just grab some barley, some gerst. Hello? So this one is a grass and silage one, isn't it? Let's look. Fortuna. No, it should pick up the barley. 33,000. Maize. Silage. I could grab some silage with it. All right, let's... That's odd, because every other trailer has been just fine. This one is not. Huh. All right. Let's make a quick run over to the silage facility then, because we might as well do that. Chaff. Whatever. Stop there. I'm gonna have to buy a front end loader because for some reason I have misplaced where my front end loader went to. It doesn't really matter, does it? Reset. That guy. Alright, so let's actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna drop the Fortuna there. We'll go grab that other trailer really fast. Oh, come on, Klaus. Thank you. Wow. I can has my FPS back? Thank you. Jeez. I don't know where the heck my FPS ran off to, but that was odd. First time I've had that encounter. Oh... Shootmaker, I hate you. Alright, let's get this guy out of the way. The engine noise on that Claas also drives me bananas. Just pointing that out. Alright, so let's get these guys out of the way. Reset him again. Alright, let's go in and reset him again. Really? Freaking pogo stick thing. Alright. Well, we got a cat. So we're gonna... I like how the things there, the chocks are just kind of hovering. That Klaas is just a noisy little monster, isn't it? Alright. See if I can push this thing over. Come on, you can go. Go over. That was better. I don't know how I did that, but alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're on our side now instead of our top. Okay, we're going to try to put the bucket right inside here. Not going to let me. Not going to let me do that. Okay, can I go down at the bottom and lift you here, maybe? Stay. Do not fall over or I will freaking murder you. Jeez Louise. Alright, you are annoying as bloody all get out. That is something you can fix, by the way. There's a volume modifier in the XML, and it will be fixed eventually. Or I'll get rid of the bloody thing. I don't know. Alright. Let's hook up. Come on, you pain in the butt. The class also has an issue with what you have selected determines speed, which is a little bit odd, but whatever. This is not a class review, though the class is annoying me lately. Alright. We got these two derps over here. Okay. It wasn't going to be that easy, was it? There we go. Alright, let's see capacity. Let's see if they'll fill up with whatever is in here, chaff of some sort. I think it's ground up sunflowers or something. I don't remember. I hope this thing can pick it up in here. Should be able to. You're going to be a pain in my butt, aren't you? Yeah, pretty much. Okie dokie then. I hate you. Alright, you, my friend. We're going to go see if this thing can take... See, I don't understand. That one even said, oh, it can take barley, but it didn't take barley. This trailer, I honestly have no desire to keep. I'm just going to see if it takes barley. You take barley. Let's find out. Nope. You don't. Part of me kind of accepted that that was going to happen. Do I have... Trying to think here. Aha! I do know where something is. Just takes a minute. I've got crap all over this map, and it's just a matter of remembering where everything is. Alright. So what do we think of these trailers? The pack with all of the various bits, yes, I am doing things I shouldn't do in a tractor and trailer. I don't care, honestly, right now. The multi-part thing with the articulated reversing, I think that's a great idea. I really love it. I really, 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 really wish it didn't have that articulated piece, because I can't back that up. If you're a professional backer and you can back stuff up, or you have extreme patience, go for it. I think it'd be really great. The trunk. The trunk is really neat. I like it. It's probably going to show up in Red Hill, because it's small enough that you can get into tight places and feed things like chickens or sheep or whatever you need to feed. The Frere, the one with the top on it back at the farm, that one is also really nice looking, really neat looking. I like that you can add 2,000 more liters of capacity just by adding your side panels on. I'll pull up here. Hello? 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 I know you've got some chaff in you. I know you do. Yeah. Pipe out. There we go. Jeez. Well, there you go. Alright, we're gonna stop right there. And get in here. Okay. So 25%, 12,000 liters. So you're looking at, what, 40-something thousand liters. Lift access senken. Lift in heaven. I still don't know what that means. Alright, so this is a chaff and grain trailer. What in the world? Yeah. Okay, so this trailer, we're just going to leave it there. I don't care about it. And then the last trailer, oh my goodness, just tab to another tractor there. Jeez, I've got enough of them. Okay, so this last trailer over here, it said that it would accept barley. Does not appear to. We drive under the barley thing, we don't get any barley. That's kind of odd. It looks like it actually is only for silage and grass and things like that, which, I mean, that's fine. Every once in a while you need a trailer that's like that. Just trailer, no, that's part of the tractor. Never mind. Alright. So the Fortuna, I wish it accepted barley like its help file said it did, but it doesn't. I would take those two over there, the Friedel and the trunk. I know I'm mispronouncing that. I don't. Yeah. I would take those two. Those two I really like. The multi-set, I'd probably, once I learned how to back things up better, once I can handle those articulated trailers a little bit better, then yeah, that one's got a serious amount of potential. You've got fuel, you've got grain, you've got fertilizer, you've got seeds, you've got manure. So basically you can do everything you want with that one piece. And the other thing is it looks kind of like a home kit, like somebody made it. And so maybe, on a lower end farm, you might find a use for it. I could see where it would be problematic on like a large scale farm. Once you get into industrial scale, like this, you might have the money at that point to move off and get something like the hook lift pack or one of those kind of things. Oh, look at that. It doesn't wilt those. I didn't even know that. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. Alright, let's go over here and get this. I am going to kill that stupid Colossus engine noise. That is ridiculous. Alright. Here. So-ish. That should be good enough. Wipe out. And there we go. It works. So it just doesn't like barley. Hold on. Hold the note. Hold on a second while I shut this guy out. Hey, you. Shush. Thank you. Hold on here. I'll go back to this trailer. Physics baffles me right about now. But it should fill the whole trailer. Not just part of the trailer. Why? Oh. Okay. Well, there you go. I'm done with that trailer. Almost done with this tractor here in a moment. There we go. Alright, so this trailer is probably the better of the two over here. That weirdness with the interior, you know, you can sort of maybe get over it. This one is just ridiculous. I do not like this one. The bouncing is just, no. I don't like that. Again, maybe it's the map, but I doubt it. I haven't had that experience on anything else that I've reset, so there you go. The other thing. The Flygel. I like the Flygel. Really neat looking little trailer. Definitely worth it. Again, you add the little side things and it adds 2,000 liters of capacity. That's cool. I also like the trunk because the trunk was really cool. Where's the trunk? Whoops. The trunk. It's down here somewhere. There it is. The trunk was really cool. Again, feeding animals, small, you know, sheeps, cows, chickens. That would be good. This, I think, is a really awesome idea. I'm just not good enough to use it. Because, quite honestly, yeah, I mean, if you are close to a swap body, the chassis lifts up. Yeah. But I'm afraid I'm still going to have to get underneath the bodies, and I'm just not good enough. But if you're good enough, I think it's probably a really great model. Really great mod and worthwhile. So there you go. Those are the mod trailers in the giant competition. I've been DerTebbers. This is your Farming Simulator 2013 Mod Spotlight here in beautiful Long Castle. Till next time, bye.